Hello folks, I'm down in the shop here. I have a week off school, so I thought I'd take this opportunity to finish that upper unit for my computer desk. I started this project 4 months ago and still haven't gotten it done. There just wasn't time. So I figured I'd show you a little bit how I'm going about keeping my panels square so that when I dado everything, it all fits together nice and square. I've got my router here. What I've done was took a square, found top dead center on the bit, set the square against the base until it caught the bit. Now, you take your square and lay it on your lumber and put your mark there, then add a 1/16 to it so you have something to trim. I've already got a mark on the end of this wood. There somewhere. And it's already marked with the added 1/16, and I'll lay this on the line, clamp it fast, and run the bit down along this edge, and it'll flush that up and keep it square. I know they're already ripped at the right width. They're already squared up that way. They're just not square for length. After I get them done, then I'll lay the marks out for where I want the dados at, and I'll show you how I'm going about that. This is the one I was just working on. I have flushed that up, ran the flush bit across it. It is square. But I wanted to mention that when you go to cut your length, which I've already cut that to the length I want 42 5/8, but I've actually cut it 42 11/16, adding that 1/16 that I'm going to trim. And you may end up with some blowout on the corners when your router leaves. So I flipped the piece so that it's on the same side. I can put it on the back where it's not going to be seen. You could also clamp a piece of wood fast to your piece, fast to it like that, at the same thickness. Then when the router leaves the piece that you're going to use, it'll go onto your scrap piece and you won't get that blowout. But I'm not concerned with it because I'll just put it to the back. Well, I've gotten the dado in one piece. This upper part will be the part that the cabinet's going to be, and the lower part down there will be where the computer screen sits. That's one of the uprights. I have the other one ready to go. I used the same process, just found top dead center of the bit and measured over to the edge of the router table, which came out to 2 5/8, so I went 2 5/8 beyond that with my fence and routed it out. Now I only went 1/4 inch deep there with that dado for the simple reason I can hog out 1/4 inch, but I'm not going to push 3/8. I don't want to burn my bit. The next ones I'll probably just clamp together and do them all at once instead of single pieces because they have 4 dados in them. So I'll show you what they look like when I get it done. I must admit I spoke too soon earlier. I tried my darndest to lay this long shelf and that long shelf over there together and clamp them up so that I could put those dados in all at the same time, and they just refused to lay flat enough on that bench to suit me. And I don't want to ruin the lumber. It's far too expensive. I also said that there was 4 dados in it, but there isn't. There's 4 total. 2 in this one and 2 in that other one over there. The ends get rabbited. I was thinking that one got rabbited too, the one over there, but I was wrong. I had to relook at my plans there. Well, I'm going to flip this one end for end and do that end of it yet, and I quit for today. I'll work on it tomorrow. I got all week. Well, I got down here and did some more work on this unit this morning, and these were my original plans. And I kind of stuck the unit together to see how well it was coming out. In that big hole in the middle, I was going to put that board in there for a shelf in the center of it. But we got talking this morning about putting the printer up on one of those shelves to get it off the desktop. And I am not going to be able to open the lid on it to put paper in to run copies if I put that shelf in there. So I'm going to have to make some other provisions. Thinking maybe I'll put a dado up about 18 inches and run a shelf out across here, put another upright in it right here at 18 inches, and then cut my board off, which is kind of a shame, and run it, I think it's 37 or whatever it come out to, this way, and it'll still give us an extra shelf. So I'll make those provisions and I'll show you how that come out. Well, about 2 hours later, recutting, rethinking it, I got it together. It's just dry fitted right now. I have to take it apart, get it sanded, get it glued up, then I can polyurethane it. Those pieces that are hanging down off the edge of the workbench are actually the pieces that are going to set on top of the desk up there. I don't believe it'll walk anywhere. It's going to be fairly heavy. It's wide enough that it won't tip. That compartment there is the compartment that I had to refigure so that we could put the copier in there and still open the lid on the top of it. That's why it's so high. Figured I'd throw that little shelf there. You can put some paper or whatnot up there. And after all that cutting and refiguring, I only lost that little 18-inch piece off of my longer board. The center shelf that I originally was going to put there, the longer one, I got that 18 and that 27.5. Well, actually, it came out to 28 after the addition for the dado was on it. So, there it is. Next time you see it, you'll see it up on my computer desk. Probably full of stuff. And I got to make my doors yet. I have to make the trim for the front, which that won't be any big deal. It's just all straight cuts. So, I hope you like it, and thanks for watching the video.